Hi guys, Oliver Matthew here and welcome back to my channel. It is raining, but we can roll with the punches. Today I'm going to be expressing my real true poor self in the likes of comparing makeup that I've purchased from a makeup store such as Sephora online or Mecca in New Zealand or Mac store or something like that, compared to stuff I've got from a cheap store such as Kmart. I'm not too sure what the American equivalent is because I haven't been in it for quite a while. Imagine like Walmart but like cheaper. That's Kmart beauty. In this bag I have a ton of cheap makeup from the store. I got it when it wasn't raining. I realised I did forget a couple of items, but I already had some at home. So I have a blush and a bronzer. They're both $3 each. That's New Zealand dollars, so in American dollars it's like $1.50. First thing on my list is the quad eyeshadow. This has got 4 different colours. This was New Zealand $1.50, which is probably like 75 cents in America. We have a matte liquid lipstick. And this is in the shade Lion. It's French, Lion. And this is $3 in New Zealand as well, so just like the blush and bronzer. Then next on the list we have a stick highlighter. It's a holographic stick highlighter, and this was also $3. Then we have what we call the Ox Studio Concealer, and this is in the shade number 01 Porcelain. This was $4 New Zealand, so it's probably around about two and a bit dollars in America, in American dollars. After that we have the finishing powder. This powder is, I'm guessing it's just setting powder. It's slightly pink, but that's okay. I am slightly pink, so this is fine. This was a total of $5 New Zealand dollars, which is around about $2.53 American dollars. And lastly we have the Ox Studio Lightweight Foundation in the shade 01 Porcelain. Once again, I'm pale as hell. And this was $7 New Zealand dollars, which is around about $3.50 to $4 in American currency. So obviously I am going to do one side with this. So anything on this side is going to be the cheap Kmart side. Things that are quite similar on the other side. So first of all, foundation. This is lightweight, so I'm going to go with the lightest weight foundation on the other side, which is my Born This Way foundation. You're probably thinking, are you sure about that? My other foundations are Fenty, Marc Jacobs, and I actually could go on my Chanel. This will make it a little bit more cheap, like contrast in price. And this is ultra light, so that's probably really, really good. So I'll use that. And then with my concealer, it's just concealer. So I'm going to go on my good concealer, which today is my Born This Way finishing powder. To be honest, I'm feeling like I need to compare it with bougie crap, so I'm going to go on my Chanel Poudre Universal Compact, which is just a universal compact powder. So this is what I'm going to use to set under my eye on this side. And just to compare the two, then with my bronzer, I'm going to go on my MAC Matte Bronze. I'm going to just use my Benefit California. I'm going to be using my Mecca Max highlighting liquid. It's supposed to be a lip effect one, but I'm going to use it on my cheek because you can use it universally. Obviously, if something works more than one place, just use it. Just bloody use it. I'm going to be going in with my 35F palette just to compare. As you can see, some of these colors will be very, very similar. And last but not least, because I forgot literally everything else, I'm going to have liquid lips here, and this is in the shade Lion. So looking at it, I thought the closest shade I do have to that would be Androgyny from Jeffree Star. As you can see, they're not exactly the same, but that's the closest. I mean, I could add in a little bit of Skin Tight to it to mix it together, just to brighten it up and add a little bit more pink to it, but I'll see how I feel. Alright, because I didn't get any primer, I'm just going to go on my Bobbi Brown. As you know, it's my die-hard favourite. Just letting you know, I do have 2 sponges, as well as you know, I have 2 M433 brushes, so I'm going to use one on each side. I'm just going to use the same brush because I'm cheap. And there we go. So let's start off with the foundation. I probably should have opened this up before. I'm just going to rub this all down my face because there's just so much on the sides. I'm already looking and I'm already thinking this is not lightweight. This is probably more medium coverage. However, I am noticing it's just not that amazing. Like it could be better, it could be worse. For the price point though, it's doing great. So I'm now going to go in my Vitalumière Aqua. From Chanel. I'm going to shake this first because it tells me to shake it all the time. Once again, this is also a light coverage one, so I'm not too worried. What I am noticing with this side, the foundation is a little bit more dewy. It might matte down, I'm not too sure, because this Chanel one, because it is all like water-based, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a little bit more dewy than the other side, whereas this side's quite matte. You can still see like the dewiness, but it's a little more matte. I do have to say this side definitely luminizes my skin a little bit more. It feels a lot brighter. This side does seem to be blurring out my pores just a little bit more. This one, not so much, but because once again this is a light, ultra light coverage foundation, it's not going to do as much. It's just going to, yeah, just serve as a base and not actually do anything else, which once again, I can't be too mad at. Alright, now that we've done that, we're going to go in with concealer. So once again, I'm going to start with the cheaper end, and once again, I did not open this before. This is just a regular concealer stick with a duffer. I don't know what they're actually called, but I'm going to call it a duffer. Okay, what I'm already noticing is it is not that coverage. Oh, why do I have the strong feeling that this is just going to evaporate into my skin and not actually do anything? I'm going to have a wide nose today. It looks like this concealer here is already like settling into my skin, so I'm going to add an extra layer just so I will be able to blend it out. I feel like that concealer did nothing. Yeah, no, I don't see anything. So of course let's go in with my Born This Way concealer on the other side just to see what concealer should really do. There we go. Now that is what a concealer is supposed to look like. Not this measly I can't see shit on the other side. So I'll go on my Chanel side. This side, you can see the concealer, you cannot see it on the side. I love this side so much more. Alright, now of course we're going to set, so I'm going to be going in with my finishing powder. Still have not opened anything. I am just so useless. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go like this. And I'm just going to, nothing came out. That's all that came out. Okay, this is chunky. This should not be that thick. I might have to throw it around. So I'm just going to use my sponge, soak up some of this product, and just melt that in. Or at least try to melt it in. What the heck is going on? At least this is brightening up my under eyes. That is very mattifying. Oh my goodness. So that is that side set. And I can't be too mad. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go on my Chanel setting. Not setting powder, it's just powder. Obviously, as you can see, I've loved it so much. And I'm going to be using my... I'm just going to use my NYX brush, I'm not too sure, it's the O2 brush. Just set under my eyes and everywhere else I put concealer. I love how this video is going to be like twice as long as me putting on makeup because I have like twice as many products to put on. Bronzer! So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use the same brush for both of them. This is my Morphe M106. This is nice and clean, I believe. Yeah, seems clean. Nothing's on it. So I'm going to go on my bronzer. I have a feeling this is most definitely a blush, not a bronzer. But that is absolutely okay. Things happen, and if something works for something else, may as well just bloody go with it. That's this side with the bronzing done. And now I'm going to go in with my MAC bronzing powder on the other side. I just feel like I'm not wearing anything on this side. This side you can tell. This side you're just like, are you actually wearing anything? I guess if I had no face on this side, you'll be able to tell, but So far, I'm preferring this side than this side. It makes me look a little bit more doll-like. This side just makes it look like I'm not wearing anything. Let's go, carry on. Now let's start with blush. I'm going to use my angled blush brush. It's the M4, no, it's the M104. Knock off all the excess because that was too much, and let's go into my cheeks. Okay, so that is pink, possibly a little too much. I didn't use too much, but she's pigmented. Alright, and the other side I'm going to go in with my California, and hopefully this will look a little bit nicer. So this one looks a little harsh, this one's a lot softer, obviously as you can see. I do go a little bit heavy-handed on blush when I do use it, just because if I feel like using it, it just makes me look a little bit better. This side's just a little bit more atrocious because of the skin underneath. It's not as bright and it's not as contrasted with the concealer and foundation. This is just all the same, and it looks like I'm not wearing anything underneath this blush. So, let's now go on to highlighter. So, I'm going to use my holographic highlighter stick in the shade Holographic, and I'm just looking at this and I'm just like, I'm not too bad. It looks very waxy. Looks like a literary candle. So let's just see what happens when I put it on. Hello? And one thing I'm already noticing is it is removing everything from underneath. So, that's that. So for something that is only, what, $3, it has a little glow, removes everything from underneath your skin. Don't buy it. Let's of course go on to the other side with my Makeup Max. As you can see, it's half empty. I've used this a lot. It's actually probably more like 2/3 empty. I love this shit a lot. And what I do, this is a little bit more liquidy, so I just like dab it on and then quickly blend it out before it dries. Now that is what I call a blinding holographic highlighter. Hi? No, just kidding. Where? Hi, how's it going? You good? You good? I am lit. This was only 20 bucks. Hello? $3, $20. Just spending the extra $17, you'll have quality in your hands. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with eyeshadow. So I'm going to go in, because they're all bloody metallics, I'm going to have to go in with this light one in, at the top. Oh my god. Okay, did you see this? It's like, put myself in. Bam. So much fallout. I mean, the glitter's there. Kind of. But like, the pigment is not. Alright, so I'm just going to have to swatch this shit for you guys. So let's go in with this deeper cranberry, see how this compares. So that is this one here, the purple one here. I'm going to find a comparison on the palette, which will be this deep one here, Deep Plum. So I'm going to go on my clean finger one more time. As you can see, they're both there. So this one being from Ox, this one being from Morphe. This one over. And I'm just going to swatch that. Ox, Morphe. Do you see the pigment difference? I'm going to go in with my Morphe palette and go in with the same colour. This one here. And I'm going to put that on the side as my transition colour. I'm already noticing this is a hell of a lot more pigmented and blends so much better on the eye. This was, in New Zealand dollars, this was like $35. That's $1 per colour. Price comparison, it's not too much. And the quality comparison, quite a lot. So I'm now going to go in with my gold colour here, almost to like where I put my fake crease. Put in the gold. Do you see any gold? A little bit, not much. I'm going to go in with the third one across. This one here. And I'm also going to touch in with a little bit of the one underneath, just because it's like right in the middle of these two colours. And then I'm going to do the exact same on this side. That one you can see the metallics more than this side here. You can kind of see it, it's okay. But the pigment you can see a little bit more on this side. It's obviously not like the best colour combination either, but whatever. And then finally I'm going to go on my cranberry deep plum kind of colour. This is not getting on the brush evenly at all. Like seriously, I'm going to have to swirl it around quite drastically, and nothing's coming off. Oh no, everything's gone off. Great. I'm now going to put that in the area where I didn't put the gold. Okay, so you can see that colour, and it doesn't blend very well. I did not blend this out to the outer corner, but for some reason it's gone there. I mean, the colour's on there. It is a little bit patchy. It's not super pigmented. I could compare this to like a lot of stuff, and it will never be as pigmented. So I'm going to use my other brush, and I'm going to go in with that deep plum shade again on this side. See, that's how it applies. This side is a lot more pigmented, it's evenly spread out. This one is a little bit patchy. This one looks a lot better. Obviously it's not the exact same match of a colour, but honestly if I was looking at one side or the other, I would want to go with the side. Buy Morphe. Just get the Morphe palettes. Okay, I'm literally editing this video right now. I'm not sponsored by Morphe. I'm not ever sponsored. I'm not doing any videos purposely going out of my way to try and get sponsored. I'm more than happy to buy palettes on my own, more than happy to buy everything on my own. But if Morphe does want to sponsor me, if they choose to and I agree to it, that's when I'd, you know, put that disclaimer out there. But I'm not sponsored by Morphe. Now that the eyes are done, that must mean it's lippy time. So I'm going to use this liquid lipstick from Ox once again. Everything on the side is Ox. Everything on the side is mixed from other stuff. So on the side I have used Chanel, I've used Too Faced, I've used MAC, I've used Benefit, I've used Morphe, and I'm going to be using Jeffree Star in a second, but let's get in with the Ox. Oh my goodness, this applicator is very long and skinny, so I'm kind of intrigued to see how this is going to work. Okay, first thing I'm noticing is it's a little bit easier to apply because it is flat. It means that I can get to things a little bit better, so it looks a little bit smoother. I did overline a little bit underneath just to give it that more boom in your face kind of look. And to be honest, it's pretty much the same colour as my natural lips. Because this is a little bit pink than I intended, I'm going to mix a little bit of Skin Tight with my Androgyny, because it's like smack bang in the middle and I don't want to fuck this shit up. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to blend in the middle. Alrighty, so obviously this side's still a little bit darker and not as pink, but I'm actually loving the combination of these two colours. Oh my goodness! Guys, I think I just cracked the code. That lip colour, Androgyny, and Skin Tight. Jeffree, try these two mixed together, you will not regret it. Now, I'm not going to set it into place because I really don't want to, because I'm not too sure how this looks. Obviously, I do prefer this side, but this side is doable. Like, if you are on a budget, you can pull this off if you know how to whip yourself. But other than that, I'm not going to set it. I'm just going to take it off as soon as I can. Alright, so that brings us to the end of this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you want to see next. And hit that subscribe button as well as the bell button to be notified of my next video. If you want to check out my other social medias, they are Oliver Matthew on Instagram and Twitter, and ob.live on Snapchat. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will of course see you in the next one. Bye!